Mackenzie here. Today I'm going to talk to you about what to do with your extensions the first time after you wash them. You've gone to your appointment, you have these beautiful, luscious locks. Now what do? I'm going to show you. Okay, so clearly she just got rinsed out. She has wet hair at this point. Now, one of the things you need to realize at this point is these extensions really hold on to water. So I like to grab a towel, really sop up that water as much as you can so that you're not dripping all around the house as you go about your day. I recommend letting your hair air dry about 80 to 90%, okay? If you try and blow dry it from the very beginning of when you get out of the shower, you're gonna be standing there for a long time. So let it air dry, less heat, the better. Let me talk to you about how to brush your extensions because this is a commonly asked question. Now, what I have here is the Tangle Teaser. I really love this. It's super soft on your hair as well as your wefts. The thing you need to remember when you're wearing beaded rows, or more importantly, IBE, is you need to brush in between your rows. So make sure you separate that out. Otherwise, you can get matting, you can get anything like that going on in between the rows. So make sure you separate out and brush. Okay, let's talk a little bit about product. So the first thing that I like to put on is a leave-in detangler or leave-in conditioner. It helps release any tangles or knots that you might have, plus it also coats the hair and keeps it nice and moisturized. Now the next thing I like to do is I like to use an oil or a serum, mid through the ends. This can go on your hair and the extension hair. Third thing is if you need it for your own hair, you can use some type of a leave-in repair cream or something like that. I use the Kevin Murphy leave-in repair and I absolutely love it. But let me give you a tip on this one. You don't want to over-proteinize or over-repair your extension hair because what happens is if you are always putting on a protein-based treatment, it'll start to get a little crispy. And it'll actually have the opposite effect that you want, and it's gonna make that extension hair break off. Things like Olaplex, any type of leave-in repair, protein system. Be careful about how often you put this on your actual extensions. But your hair may need it as well, so kind of separate out your hair, put that on, and then make sure as a whole, your extensions are getting, number one, moisture. Okay, so she's about 80% dry at this point, and I want to show you something when it comes to blow drying, a little tip, okay? You can see how her hair, her natural hair texture is a little bit, I mean, she's got more texture, she's got a little bit of wave in there. It's a different texture clearly than the extensions. So what I like to do is make sure that you've separated out between your rows. This is in between, this is her bottom row right here, top row is up in here. So separate out. Then when you go to blow dry it, you can use a brush, a round brush or a paddle brush, and you can smooth the two together. And that's what I really like about finishing out with the blow dryer. The second thing that this does is it allows you to get the top of your wefts really nice and dry. If you keep them damp, they can get itchy because the wet wefts start to kind of rub against your head and can cause some chafing. So don't do that. Okay, so now she has her beautiful curls in, and hopefully you do too. So now let me walk you through what you wanna do over the next few days to maintain these extensions. So number one, you wanna make sure that you're still continuing to put in that oil or serum, about 3 to 4 pumps in your hands at night, work it through the mids and the ends. Then, before you go to bed, you're going to do a loose braid at night. You can either split it in half and do 2, or you can just do 1. It's up to you however you want to sleep. But definitely keep it somewhat contained, especially if you have 22s. It's a lot of hair. And so keep it in a nice loose braid. Also, that keeps the curl for you. And the good news is when you wear extensions, this curl, especially this that we did today, this is gonna last her a good week, especially if she's braiding it at night. She's not gonna have to reapply heat, which is going to, again, maintain and keep that longevity for the wear of extensions. Let's talk about how to brush your hair when it is dry. I know I covered how to brush it after you get out of the shower. Basically, the same thing applies, but keep a brush handy. Let me tell you, you have to continually be brushing your hair if you wear extensions. So keep a brush in your car, in your console, put one in your bag, keep one at home. Get used to brushing your hair, okay? And again, separate in between the rows. So brush them separately. You're gonna separate the bottom from the top, brush that out, and then you're gonna brush to the top. Always making sure that you're not dragging the brush against your scalp where those wefts are, okay? Be a little bit gentle there. Again, also a tip that I like to say for brushing hair is start at the bottom, okay? She's going to, when she brushes her hair, she's going to grab right here and brush out these ends first, and then start working up. And another trick is she can take one hand, place it against her rows to kind of brace as she continues to brush through. Nice and gentle. You wanna brush down. You don't wanna brush this way, okay? You wanna brush with the direction of those rows. If you try and brush away this way, you're easily gonna catch something, catch the brush on the edge of your weft. It's not gonna feel good. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to drop them in the box below. And remember, please like, share, subscribe.